You really did.
I got it out of the way. I moved the microphone. I guess I didn't move it far enough. That's what I do. I just sniffle. I can't. I'm allergic to doing the show with you, Jay.
When I was looking through for the Hello song, I had all these, when I lost my music, I had all this unrecovered music, and they all had weird, just gibberish as song titles. So I'm going through it, and every time I clicked on a track, I would just hear, and I was like, all right, that's a brink.
Is this an organic opening, Jay?
Yeah, I had to go through like 100 of those to find one without a sniffle.
Hello, baby. Hello, nasty. Hello there. Hello. I say hello. Hello, friend. Well, hello, little girl. Hello, my treacherous friends. Hello, operator. The beginning of everything. Welcome back, my friends. It's showtime.
All right. This is The Brink of Sanity, episode 364, part of No Network. I am Jay.
No network. The best network. Yeah. Has Brink ever been part of a network?
We were part of the Big Heads network before we got fired and weren't told.
Okay. I cannot believe we were fired.
I know.
Do you want to cut to us being fired?
Sure.
Okay. I assume I'm not doing a skit. I assume you have live audio, Jack.
It was more like, hey, I haven't seen an update. Is the network still going on? And then he just writes back.
Why I'll do it and I'll fill in. I'll give their answer.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't got an email from you in a few months. Is the network still happening? Is this still going on?
Jay, we've been reaching out to you nonstop. We've come to your house. You refuse to answer our calls. We can't. This lack of, you don't follow up with us, so we don't follow up with you. This is not working out, Jay. Why won't you be my lover?
I mean, that was a little exaggerated, but it's pretty much what we got as a response.
Jay, so Jay, by the way, is in a good mood today. And you want to, should I tell them? I'm going to tell them, Jay.
Okay.
Jay is in a good mood today because Ethereum has now surged, according to World Coin Index, to $233 million a share. So Jay apparently has like $1 trillion. If anyone doesn't, I'm sure this will be corrected by the time the show starts. World Coin Index is kind of it's a tracker for, if you invest in crypto, it's a common place to look for the price of crypto. It's like looking at a stock ticker. Mm-hmm. And usually the prices are very accurate. Something's going on World Coin Index where all the prices are increased by like $100 million.
Yeah, we checked our actual portfolios and that glitch did not transfer over, or we would have sold and then bought mansions.
I said to Jay, I was like, I'm going to check Coinbase because if they're using World Coin Index, I'm selling right this second and moving to Tahiti.
Exactly. Just buying an island.
It's weird also. So Ethereum is number one on here at $233 million and shot up whatever percent. Then there's a coin called Internet Computer, which I'm guessing has to do with that might be the coin of the hackers who have messed up the site.
Yeah, I would think so, yeah.
But Bitcoin, I never see Bitcoin on here.
It's like 20th down. You gotta just
it is still on here.
Yeah.
So wait, the best part about this is Bitcoin still at $57,000. Bitcoin is just at its regular inflated, insane price.
Mm-hmm.
But the other prices are like insane.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming Ethereum is worth 230. Would it be funny if like we looked at it and we were like, ha ha, what a joke. Then you hear in the news that like for 10 minutes, Ethereum was actually worth $233 million. And some people had cashed out and got lucky, and we're the morons that didn't sell.
We ended up making 37 cents on a Brink podcast instead.
Yeah, exactly. Would that be the reason? Would you, Jay, if you found out it actually was like that, and you just did go to Coin Index, you did look, and you found out you could have had like $1 billion, if you had just been smart enough to sell in that half hour, would you kill yourself, Jay? Would that be the one that would put you over the edge?
I wouldn't kill myself, but that would probably take me about a decade to get over.
What would it be like the afterwards? We find out that you could have sold and made $1 billion if you had checked the site after seeing this. Be like, Jay, so how's it going with things, Jay?
Well, I had the news on while I was job hunting, and it's just stories about new billionaires buying Lambos. And so I went down the street to walk it off, and there's just Lambos driving up and down the road. And got to say, not great.
Just like you're just talking to your girlfriend. Yeah, I know I could have made $1 billion. Anyway, I don't think I'm going to make rent this month.
Good times.
Anyway, that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
You know what? Here's something else that's weird.
Mm-hmm.
So my son, I know you love kid stories. My son says to me, "Hey, Dad, I'm putting him in bed. Do I have a website?" I was like, "What are you talking about? Do I have like a website on online?" No, I don't think you have a website. I mean, like, mommy and I, we have like Facebook accounts. Like, what do you mean your pictures of it on Facebook? No, do I have a website? Like where it says like Zach or Zach? I typed in my full name and I saw a website.
Oh, he found it.
Yeah, he found it tonight. Right before we started the show. For those who don't know, I did this website called New Daddyhood at .wordpress.com for the first 2 years of his life. And the worst part, the real problem with it is that I did not do a second website or did not continue it when my daughter was born. So when I said to my son, I'm like, you can't tell your sister about this because she's going to be really mad that she doesn't have her own website.
That is so funny.
Yeah. And I was like, okay. I was like, well, he's like, how long did you do it for? Oh, barely did it. Don't Google your name anymore. I'm hoping he'll just forget about it and not look at it again. But I guess I'll find out tomorrow.
That's gotta be weird. Like you just surf in the net and you find out like the first year and a half of your life is just documented day by day.
And then you find out your dad has like a podcast for like, you're like, oh, Dad, how long you do the podcast? Oh, I did like an episode or two. Dad, there's like over 1,000 episodes between these two shows. Dad, what the hell are you saying on these shows?
Dad, what's a pedophile?
Is there any way we could take everything, all our shows, and just hide them from my son?
He's gonna be like, Dad, what's a pedophile?
And why was there a tournament where all the fans of the show thought you were obsessed with pedophiles? Yeah, son.
How come when pedophiles went against your kids, pedophiles won?
You know, there was a topic for the show that I didn't even bring up because I bring up pedophiles too often. There was, and I'll bring it up now. Did you hear that Facebook was trying to do an Instagram for kids?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, so they're trying to do an Instagram for like kids under 13, which apparently they've now put on they were going to roll it out, but now they're not going to roll it out anymore. And I have to think someone at Facebook was like, hey guys, why are we rolling out something that's targeted towards pedophiles? Does anyone not see the problem here with pictures of just a site filled with pictures of kids?
Hey, maybe we shouldn't title the website windowlessvan.com.
I really feel like I feel like Facebook announces, "Hey, we're going to do Instagram for kids," and the FBI should immediately just start arresting people at Facebook, and they'd be like, "What are you doing? We're pretty sure someone here's a pedophile. We just want to figure. Just let us know who the pedophile is, and you can go going back to doing an adult website." Anyway, I didn't bring that topic up because I thought you'd make fun of me because of the pedophile thing.
Yeah, well, it naturally fit in now.
Yeah, no, I found a great place to fit in the pedophile stuff.
Good.
Tune in each week where I find my moments to fit in pedophile stories.
It's like a Where's Waldo thing. Where's
the
pedophile story?
Maybe we should have a contest. Before you listen to the show, you can guess the exact minute mark when I'll bring up pedophiles. You'll win a Brink t-shirt.
That would
make the prize be almost a punishment.
So I'm in my new apartment.
Yeah, he's in the new apartment. Yes.
Not fully unpacked yet, but I'm getting there.
So I didn't want to say this. How long have you been in your apartment now?
I don't even know. 2 or 3 weeks.
Okay. And can we say you're looking for a job, right? We can say that for the show?
Yeah.
Okay. So what the fuck? How are you not unpacked yet? How could it possibly? I'm not not to give you shit, but how long does it goddamn take to unpack? I mean, how much are you unpacking for the entire building?
Well, we did move with almost no furniture.
Yeah, so what's there even to unpack?
Well, you need to put stuff in things, and we had nothing.
In things, what are you feeling like? Are you feeling the cotton in your couch?
Well, like clothes. We had no, like, clothes drawers.
You didn't have a closet?
We hung up stuff, but you need stuff for your, like, underwear. We're just going to throw your underwear in the bottom of a closet?
I maybe I do that, but you don't have you're basically you're waiting to get a dresser, or you just got a dresser, or
We did,
getting a
yeah.
dresser?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you say I'm waiting for certain furniture to. So right now, is your underwear in a box?
No, I got the dresser now, so that's unpacked. So, like, it's a process.
Like, all I know is I moved into a house. We were almost done unpacking within a day.
Well,
I'm also kind of insane about unpacking, where I'm like, let's just put everything away as fast as possible because I hate unpacking. But like, you're the exact opposite, where you're like, hey, let's celebrate the 1-year anniversary of being in this apartment by finishing unpacking.
Well, it's not helping that, like, my job sent me 3 giant boxes that are sitting in the middle of my living room.
What are in your boxes? Did they send you like more work? They're like, Jay, I know you don't work for us anymore, but if you could just fill out this paperwork and get it in by 5:00.
So they decided to send me the content of my desk, and
okay,
I was getting
how much stuff do you have in your desk?
I was getting interviews before COVID started, so I started bringing the stuff from my desk home. My
Oh, by the way, can I give a quick update? Ethereum is back to $4,000.
Okay.
And Jay is you lost your opportunity to get $1 billion, Jay. Though you should, if you want, invest in internet computer. That cryptocurrency is still worth. Oh, god damn it! It just went from $200 million to $365. That was a quick correction. Okay, you lost out. Just if you mind after the show is over, letting your girlfriend know that you missed out on getting $1 billion.
Yeah, I'll tell her that. I'm gonna wake her up after the show.
To wake her up, I know she has to go into work early. Wake her up, let her know you missed out $1 billion. Be like, honey, we could have been rich, screwed up. Anyway, go back to sleep. Talk to you later.
So anyway, I was bringing my personal items home before COVID started, so I didn't have too much. So when 3 giant boxes showed up, I was
sorry, just not to ruin your story again. I just hit refresh, and the whole World Coin Index just like rapidly flipped. There's something called the Graph now. It's worth $83,000. Something called Scale Network is worth $31,000. This site is still being screwed with. And I know this is not that interesting to anyone, but go on, Jay. I was just surprised how it just suddenly got all fucked up again. Go on, Jay. I'm going to interrupt your story at least 8 more times.
Yeah, this is really good for the flow of the show.
Okay, go.
So didn't think I had too much. 3 huge boxes. I said, that seems a little off. So open the first box, and right on top is a maxi pad in a Ziploc bag.
So
I'm re-recording over that. So
when are we recording now?
I'm recording the audio version of this. Yeah.
No, are we recording right this second?
Yeah.
Okay, that was good air. Jay just said the name of his company. He wanted to take it out because even though they screwed him, he doesn't want anyone to know what company it is.
Yeah. So unhear that, everyone who's watching live. Anyway.
Okay.
So I thought they were just screwing with me, and so I dig a little deeper into the box, and there is just a pile of pads.
What did you think they were screwing with you? They were like, ha ha ha! Not only do we get rid of him, we send him tampons because he's a goddamn woman.
What would you think? I mean,
I would assume they sent me the wrong box. I mean, I assume that's what actually happened.
Yeah. So the first box is basically just tampons and maxi pads and all this feminine stuff.
By the way, whose boxes I guess obviously women have issues and they have to have stuff at work, but like the woman just had a box of like, they opened the drawer as woman's drawer and it's just like tampons after tampons after tampons. It's all like she's like what the fuck? How is it just filled with tampons?
If I knew it was going to be this ridiculous, I would have done like an unboxing video because I was like cracking up the whole time. So I start opening up the second box, and there's like this big Hello Kitty toy. There's a little vase with fake flowers. There's like this big bow with sparkles on it. And
It seems like you should open this box first. By the way, just for it, it would have been a little more interesting if you opened this. It would have been funnier if you opened this box first.
yeah. Then there was a sticky note that said "STFU bitch." Don't know why that was.
Okay, I'm not going to know. Is that shut the fuck up?
Yeah.
Okay, I
Why?
nailed one of these.
Why it was written on a sticky note, why it was packed, why it was opened by me, I don't know.
I would love at work if like the manager's like, yeah, you're late again. Why you? She like pulls out the sticky note and goes, and just like smiles and doesn't say anything. I've got to remind myself not to lose it again here.
Well, that was like me when I got the tonsil surgery. I went into work and I wrote "It hurts to talk" on a piece of paper, and anytime somebody went into my office, I would just hold the piece of paper up. It worked.
Yeah.
And finally, as I'm digging down past all these toys and stuff, I get to a picture of two African American kids, and I'm like, okay, now I know whose box it is. I know I got the wrong box, so now I have to figure out how to get these boxes to that person.
It'd be great if like Brink was if your company was just like, we know he's the father. We're just gonna send it to this is gonna how we're gonna let him know that he's actually the father.
Yeah.
Jay, you just found how does it feel now you're a dad? There are two dads in the show.
As soon as I pulled up the picture, the phone rang. It was Maury.
Oh, Maury Povich?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so now
So are your black children gonna come on the show?
I'm gonna wait for them to discover it like your kids.
Okay. Are you gonna contact this woman or are you gonna contact your company?
So I did both.
Okay.
So I contacted the company, and they're like, "So you want to return the boxes?" And I said, "I want these boxes to go who they belong to. I'm not returning boxes; they're not mine." And I showed them a picture of
If you want to return them, if you can pay shipping and handling to return them, I'm sorry, what? Well, they're just, can you pay shipping and handling to return them? I mean, like, you don't want them. We're not going to pay for shipping and handling.
Yeah, we're a $1 billion corporation. We're going to stick you with the bill.
Can we cut to, let's just cut to this phone call. Can we just reenact the phone call?
I don't think the reenactment's going to be as funny as what they actually did.
I kind of wanted to okay, fine.
So I emailed them, and I said, no, I'm not returning them. I'm giving them to who they belong to. And so I took a picture of my packing slip, and I said, one of them's 11 pounds, one of them's 6 pounds. You can pay for this. And so they wrote back, are the boxes empty? And so I wrote to them, I said, I'm pretty sure a cardboard box that's empty doesn't weigh 11 pounds. There's stuff in them. And so he gave up and said, you got to email this other department. So I emailed this other department, and he goes, do you want to send these boxes back? And I'm just like, no, what is wrong with these? I typed it all out. Like, I have blank's box. It should go to this address. Please send me a packing slip. And then I just get a question like, you want to return a box?
Okay, hello. This is Jay's old company. Who's this?
This is Jay.
Oh, hi, Jay. It's kind of awkward calling your old company, but anyhow, I think we told you to go the fuck away, get the hell out of here.
Mm-hmm.
We told you it's closing time. You don't got to go home. You got to get the fuck out. So why are you calling us?
So I was just about undone packing. My co-host is making fun of me for taking so long. And then you fill up my living room with boxes.
Yeah, we sent you boxes. We don't want your shit. So why? I got stuff to do. So why are you bothering?
No red flags when you were packing up a box of tampons?
Yeah. I don't, first of all, here at Jay's old company, we don't judge you we don't make guesses about your gender. So we hadn't known that you were, I'm assuming you identify as a tampon wearer. So we don't make judgment here. We are a woke company, and we're glad that you're living your best self.
Can you explain why you mailed these to Robert?
Yes. It's awkward. We thought your name was Jay all this time. Turns out we were wrong.
Why do you guys torture me all the time?
Are there any other problems with the boxes, or are you wasting my time more?
I'd like to not have them.
What else was in the boxes?
Hello Kitty toys, pictures of children that aren't mine.
Do you want us to send you the children to go with the pictures?
No. Can I keep the box of cookies that was in there, though?
Yeah, you can eat the cookies. I'll send the kids over, and you'll have kids to go with the pictures. Is everything covered then?
It's pretty much the opposite of what I wanted, but thank you.
Okay, so it's been nice. I hope things work out for you. And I'm glad you're able to raise kids now with your tampon wearing self.
You guys are just fantastic.
Do you want us to write you a recommendation or reference or whatever shit we can lie about you?
Pretty sure you'd mess that up. Pretty positive.
Oh, well, anyway, if you want, anyway,
I'm gonna hang up on you now.
Where should I? Can you just send me your new address? I have to bill you for the boxes.
Yeah, goodbye. So, yeah, it's been fun. I think I'm also allergic to fresh air.
So Jay and I were talking the other day. I don't know. It was better when we were talking about it. That Jay, this like revelation came out where Jay was just saying how like he's been getting. Jay, explain this a little more.
So, I'm more in the suburbs now. There's more fresh air, but I think there's a lot more like pollen and stuff. So the first 5 days I was here, I was getting nosebleeds. Like my nose was all dry.
How are you allergic to fresh air?
Because
you're like, I'm living in this apartment and there's black mold and my neighbors are noisy and this is horrible. I'm going to escape to the suburbs. Because the suburbs, you're like, what's this oxygen I keep breathing? Brutal.
My body couldn't handle it. I was just like,
and this silence. I hear this silence. It's deafening. I walk outside. There aren't people with COVID everywhere. It's awful. By the way, where's the post office to you? Is it nearby?
It's like a 20-minute walk.
Because I was gonna say, don't you go to the post office like 17 times a day to sell shit?
Yeah.
How's that going? Do you have anything else to sell, or are you done selling?
I do. When I was packing to move, I found a whole box of stuff that I had set aside to sell and forgot about in my old place. So now I have a whole bunch of stuff to sell now. So I've only made 2 trips so far because I haven't listed the stuff yet.
It could be like a good you're like, Jay, how'd you get so fit? They moved the post office from me.
Yeah, pretty much.
So you're allergic to fresh air. Is it getting better? Is your body dying from the lack of black mold?
It's it's definitely getting better.
Okay. So you're adjusting to the new. How is life? And like you were so miserable for so long. You are now on the other side in the suburbs. Tell us how life is better for you.
I mean, the job was just slowly killing me. I have a mortgage and no job, and I'm still less stressed than I was when I had no mortgage and a job. That's how bad the job was.
By the way, if anyone here could hire Jay, you'll get a free Brink t-shirt.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. Yep. Yeah, you're not stressed having a mortgage but no job?
Oh, I am, but apparently not even nearly as much as I was at my job, which was just stress from... I mean, I was literally yelling at my desk at like 9:02 and punching things by noon and like almost passed out by 5.
I mean, so your girlfriend, for those, she's a nurse. We could say, and anyway, so she clearly does not work from home.
Mm-hmm.
Which it has to be great because I can't imagine if you're like your significant other working from home and like you're like, you have to do type away, do my job, type away, do my job, and you hear from the next room, I fucking hate this. I'm gonna die. Oh my god, I fucking hate this. Jay, it's 9:03 a.m. Could you save that the rants till mid-afternoon, please? By the way, Jay, I have a big work meeting. Could you please not cry loudly during the work meeting?
I
Get to
mean,
work soon, Jay.
she had a 4-day-a-week work shift at the old place, so one day a week she got to experience the yelling and the cursing at the desk.
Oh, that must be wonderful. Oh my god, these people, they're just the meanest, horrible human being. I'm watching Young and the Restless, and I cannot watch if you're gonna rant like that, Jay. Keep it inside and let it kill you inside, not outside, inside.
All right, I'll just gonna have a panic attack and pass out like I do every day.
Okay, if you can pass out and try to watch my shows, remember, I don't hate my job as much as you hate your job.
Pretty much.
Is she happy? Is she also allergic to air?
No, she's doing fine.
Okay. Is she happier with the move?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay. So are you bordering on wanting to move back?
No. Even if
Okay.
the nosebleeds never stopped, I'd be happier.
It'd be great if like just like life being better somehow, like you're happier, but like you just have like tragic things start happening. Not like funny, but like this, like you start having like things like the nosebleeds happen every day. Like I don't know, just like all these bad things happen to you, and you're like, still better than my previous situation. I don't care if my fingers have fallen off; it's still better.
Exactly.
Have you been walking around your neighborhood? How's the neighborhood?
A little bit. It's good. It's definitely a different environment. It's a lot older. It's like 95% white and Asian. So
Okay. Any gilfs?
no. Not
Any
yet.
great
Anyway.
gilfs? Great
Good gilfs.
good gilfs. Yeah. Cool. How was the actual move?
It was pure hell.
Why was it pure hell?
Well, we did it ourselves, which is never a good idea.
Did you? So basically, your girlfriend just loaded everything on your back, and you ran from Queens to Westchester.
Yeah, we had so much stuff. We
So you told me, hang on. You told me you had a storage unit. Why did you have a storage unit in the city? Like, what did you have in the storage unit?
Well, when COVID first started, we went kind of nuts with the supplies. So we had a couple boxes of stuff, like the huge package of paper towels, the huge thing of toilet paper.
Okay, yeah, everyone went nuts with that. But you
Yeah.
basically paid like for a storage unit to keep that stuff.
We had probably like 15 boxes in there, 15 like large bins.
You had 15 large bins of toilet paper.
No, just of stuff.
Like,
All
what
the-
other stuff did you have?
I have no idea. Most of it isn't mine. In fact, I don't.
I just can't fathom. I can't fathom basically needing like a storage bin to keep my extra stuff.
I don't know. I've been selling all my stuff, so I don't know how there's so much stuff. Most of it's not mine. I don't know what it
Okay.
is.
Did you have like an extra couch in there in the storage unit?
There was like one chair.
Okay.
By the way, my couch is finally.
So you basically had a lot of stuff to move, and that basically made it hell.
Yeah, just carloads back and forth, and then the actual move where she had to drive the U-Haul and isn't used to driving U-Haul, so was nervous. And then I drove her car, and I'm not used to driving in the city, so I was freaking out, and like the whole thing was just bad.
I can't see you being a good driver in the city. Like being a driver, you have to be like aggressive to drive in the city. I can't see you being a good driver in the city, Jay. No
Yeah.
offense.
No, you have to be really aggressive because I was following the U-Haul, and if I left one car length of space, somebody would like squeeze in there. It was like absolutely ridiculous.
I mean, the Too Fast, Too Furious is kind of just like what New York City cabs are like every day.
Yeah, absolutely insane.
Like, you know what else?
I drive in
Sorry.
Long Island and I'm fine. Like I'm just cruising around, not like it's nothing, but like City is nuts.
No, when I drive in the city, I'm like full on don't even talk. Like I cannot be distracted because like I know I'm playing this like horrible video game the whole time.
Yeah, it's like hard level. Yeah.
Yeah, like I mean, it wouldn't make sense for a cab just to stop in the middle of the middle of like Second Avenue, but they will. So you have to just like figure it out.
Yeah.
So you know what also sucks?
Mhm.
Not sleeping, or just like. So I don't think have I mentioned on the show that I now have sleep apnea.
No, I don't think so. I think you mentioned you were getting the test.
Yeah, so I think I mentioned the Jay off the show, but I got the goddamn sleep test because my whole big issue really is I have been snoring, and I don't really give a shit that I'm snoring, but my wife gives a shit. Like I'm annoying the hell out of her to the point like we have an extra bedroom. A lot of nights I've been going to sleep in the extra bedroom because like I'll be snoring, she'll wake up in the middle of the night, and she'll just go to the extra bedroom to sleep because she can't take my snoring.
Mm-hmm.
So there are a bunch of nights where I'll go to the extra bedroom and sleep myself because I'm like, I don't want to drive her crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's just getting to the point like it's just I'm driving her crazy. So I'm like, I don't want to drive her crazy. So she's like, look into this. Please fucking look into this.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking into it. And you tell them you snore, and they're immediately like, you might have sleep apnea. And like, I want to deal with snoring. They're like, well, you might have sleep apnea. I'm like, I don't give a shit about the sleep apnea thing. And they're like, well, that can give you high blood pressure. That could make you die early. I'm like, I just want to deal with the fucking snoring. And the first doctor I went to just said like, listen, there are things we can do, but you have to get tested for sleep apnea first. I understand that snoring and sleep apnea are related, but they're kind of obsessed with the sleep apnea thing.
Mm-hmm.
You think they're a little bit obsessed? Like, why can't they just work on the snoring thing?
So everyone on this show has sleep apnea now. Three guys.
It's unbelievable. We are the sleep. We are the sleep apnea show.
So next episode is going to be episode 1 of 3 guys, 1 sleeping disorder.
3 guys, yes. They sent me. They gave me a home sleeping study, which it's just like fucking hard to wear. And I kind of wonder if like everyone fails the sleep apnea test because like it's impossible to wear this thing. They claimed whatever the number was of how many breaths or something, some kind of whatever number it was, like the 5 or below was typical, means you have no issues. And I got like a 17.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like, you have moderate sleep apnea. And you said you have I guess you have worse sleep apnea, whatever. You have extreme, or what is it? Very high?
It was high before I got the surgery. I was having like 60 something.
Holy shit, 60 something?
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds pretty high.
Which the doctor told me he's run into people who have like 120. So like, I don't even get how you can wake up 120 times an hour, but okay.
120? Like, are you just not sleeping? Like, are they just testing it during your waking hours?
I don't know.
But anyway, so they do this test and they tell me I have this, and they're like, I'm like, okay, so how do we fix the snoring? And they're like, okay, we'll work on the sleep apnea. Like again, don't give a shit about sleep apnea. I want to deal with the snoring.
Mm-hmm.
Well, sir, we don't deal with snoring. We deal with sleep apnea. What the fuck? Like, I come here for one thing. You guys are just trying to sell me something else. And they're like, well, here's one thing you can do. And like, it could work with your snoring also. There's like I guess there's different things you can do. There's a mouthpiece you can put in.
Mm-hmm.
There's the CPAP thing, which Jay wears. Which you want to describe for people?
It is basically just like there's all different types of face masks and things you put on, and it has a tube and it blows air into you. I have one that's just just goes into your nostrils and around. But there's ones that are like full over the mouth, over the nose. It's all different ones. It's fun.
Okay. So Jay, how long did it take you to get used to wearing this? This is also, I've been trying to figure out what to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked Jay, yes, and I guess it's hard to reenact the conversation, but I asked Jay, hey, this CPAP thing he wears, I'm like, how was it hard to get used to? And Jay, what did you say?
About 2 months.
Yeah. He told me, like, first of all, we can't, like, I wish we could reenact the conversation the way it actually went because it was much funnier. But he was just like, hey, Yeah, it was kind of hard to get used to. I was like, oh, so like it took you a couple days, and you like it took you 2 goddamn months.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's, you got a thing attached to you. You can't do the same things you're used to, rolling over and getting up. And
Like after 2 months, you finally figured it out.
I got more used to it. Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
you get gradually more and more used to it. Some people may be like 2 weeks, but for me, it was like 2 months.
Hey, do you ever have these? I'm looking at side effects. Do you have feelings of confinement from the face mask?
No.
So these are all like the side effects. Sore or dry mouth.
I did until I got the level set correctly.
Great. Nasal congestion, runny nose, sinusitis, or nosebleeds.
Yes.
This is making your life better. Irritation or sores over the bridge of your nose.
Yeah.
What? Holy, you had that? You
Yeah.
still have that?
No.
Stomach bloating and discomfort.
I had that once or twice.
Discomfort in the chest muscles.
No.
Okay, so basically, this helps you sleep by making it getting you closer to wanting to kill yourself, because then you'll really sleep for the rest of your life.
I mean, like I said, it sucks when you first start.
But now, is it making you happier?
I have a weird form of apnea it's sleep onset. So like that exact moment when you fall asleep is when you get it. So I need the machine to sleep. I can't even take a nap without it. So
Can you really not take a nap without it?
nope. Not even
if you were up for 48 hours straight, you would not fall asleep?
No, I told you the story when I came back from Thailand. I was up for 38 straight hours.
Oh, you did. It's just, you know what? It's. I know you told me that. It's just hard to believe that at no point will your body just let yourself go to sleep.
I know. I kept thinking at some point I'm going to get so tired I'm just going to fall asleep, but nope.
Your brain will not let you fall asleep. Your brain basically is actively trying to kill you, and you need a machine to keep you alive.
Yeah. Yeah. But
Awesome.
But with
that sounds like a great path. I'm like, right now I could go to sleep and just sleep, but if I get CPAP, I'll need a machine to keep myself alive. So that's one alternative I can do.
Yeah, but with that kind of apnea, they think it's triggered by anxiety. So when I get a new job, maybe it'll just go away, and then I won't need the machine at all.
So it's like, how's the new job, Jay? I've been sleeping better. Oh, cool. Like you like your job? You're like, no, I literally could not sleep for 7 years, but now I can go to sleep. The job is much better.
Yeah, it could be. Who knows?
Jay, how do you like working here? For the first time in over a decade, I can go to sleep on my own. This is about the highest compliment I can make for this job, this company. Thank you. I'm gonna mouth kiss you. I'm so happy working here.
I left you a 5-star Yelp review saying that I could sleep without a machine.
So a less invasive method, or non-invasive method. They talk about this mouthpiece. And did you think about doing this? So basically, the mouthpiece, it's like a mouth guard. It goes into your mouth, obviously, but it's supposed to adjust your jaw a little bit and keep your mouth a little bit open. So I guess it makes it easier to breathe during the night.
Mm-hmm.
Did you try this?
No.
Why did you not try this?
Because my doctor was like, yeah, it might work, but it pulls your jaw out a little bit and you could get like an overbite and make your jaw out of whack. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to pass on that one.
So it says here for the side effects for this are potential drawbacks include altered bite. That sounds bad.
Mm-hmm.
Movement of teeth, pain, arthritis of the temporal mandibular, joint TMJ, which is like when your mouth locks,
Mm-hmm.
dry lips, and excessive salivation. And this is supposed to help you. All these side effects seem like they would lead to, I don't know, you dying earlier.
Yeah, that's why I didn't do it. It sounds terrible.
So I called up so I didn't look at these side effects first. I called about that. They're like, well, we could recommend a dentist to make this for you. I was like, sure. Basically, to even they take your insurance, it takes a month to even find out if you'll get approval from the insurance company to get this thing. And then it takes like a month or two to actually make this thing. And they said like without insurance, if you like depending on how much your insurance, it'll cost like something like $2,000 to $3,000, and we'll find out how much money your insurance will cover. Does that sound like a good deal?
Sounds pretty terrible.
So I looked online and I found like companies that make like basically, I've not seen this dental device they have, like the dentist would make because I haven't met it. And the dentist, by the way, charges you $150 just for a consultation fee. Just to meet with her, they charge you $150 to tell you about this thing that they're going to put in your mouth that's going to break your teeth and give you like arthritis. Anyway, so I found online something called Snore RX, and there are other mouthpieces like this, which is basically like basically it's the same idea, I guess. And you just put it in boiling water and like just you fit it like a mouth guard.
Mm-hmm.
Like you had a mouth guard for sports, I assume. So I set that up and I tried sleeping with it last. And I figured this thing also came with it was like $100. It came with a 30-day money back guarantee. So I was like, let me try this thing first before I go to spend $2,000 to $3,000 at the dentist for something that I may freaking hate.
Mm-hmm.
And the doctor originally said to me like, oh, it's no big deal. Like he said he used it and it's fine. So anyway, I tried this last night. They mentioned the excess salivation. It's just like you have like a pile of drool on your pillow because like you just you can't swallow your saliva. It's ridiculous. And this thing I think I fell asleep with like they say also on there like give it time like
mm-hmm.
like it'll take like work your way up to it basically. So the thing is, first of all, I put the thing in my mouth for like 30 seconds, took it out, and was like, I have kind of a headache from wearing it for 30 seconds. This is not going to go well. Anyway, last night I wore it for about an hour. I fell asleep for a little bit, woke up and said, fuck it, and just took it out. And so I'm going to try for a few nights to see if I can like work my way up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just going to sleep in the office until I can sleep the night. And then I'll see if this is actually working for my snoring. It seems like sleep apnea, all they're like is like, you have sleep apnea. We're going to try to make your life a little worse. Hope you're cool with that.
Yeah, no, it's now you know what me and Brian have been going through. The
Holy shit.
episodes 200 through 334 weren't that funny anymore, are they?
No. Oh my God, this fucking sleep apnea. So I don't think the mouth thing is going to work. There's another thing they have where, I don't know if you've looked into this, Jay, but they insert something into your neck that like goes on your nerve that basically gives you like a little shock or something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it is. It's been approved by the FDA. And basically you have a little button by your bedside. You press the button before going to bed. It activates the thing in your body. And then you're supposed to sleep soundly. It's supposed to work just like it's effective the way like a CPAP is effective.
Mm-hmm.
Would you do that, Jay?
I was thinking about it till I saw the price. It's like I could either have like my house or I could have
How much is it?
It was like, I don't know. I think it was like $20,000 or something. It was something stupid.
Oh, I'm not going to do that. I thought insurance covers it. Does it not?
I doubt it.
Yeah.
I think that'll fall under like elective.
Oh my God. Because if it was like $1,000, would you do it?
Yeah.
So you'd be fine with doing that instead of wearing the mask?
Yeah. Yeah. The mask sucks.
What if you were like, go to press the button and you're like, shit, I'm out of AAA batteries. Fuck, I'm not going to sleep tonight.
I'd keep the mask as a backup.
So the mask sucks so much, you'd rather have something like inserted into your neck.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That mask must be fucking awesome.
Well, you could let me know in a couple of weeks when you decide to get it.
So that part sucked. But then so Jay, what was the surgery you had?
It was UPPP, which is the tonsils and the uvula.
Okay. So what causes the actual snoring? The snoring has to do with the uvula, right?
Yeah.
So because they say it gets like flappy.
Mm-hmm.
So the first doctor who referred me to another doctor who maybe do the sleep study had said like try the mouthpiece and then maybe we could do the surgery instead.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking about getting the surgery. I don't know if I don't know if I can just call them and go, hey, I want the surgery. I don't know what the policy will be. But I'm thinking like I'm gonna try this mouthpiece for like a few nights. If it's not working, I don't see why I'm gonna pay thousands of dollars to a dentist to like get a piece that's not gonna work. It's gonna be the same thing as this plastic piece I have.
Which actually move your teeth around and then you'll need braces.
Yeah.
So.
Like this is gonna give me like I read online, some people say it's fine, but some people say like it gives them a real headache. People say like your jaw feels like weird for like the first half hour of the morning, but you get used to it.
No.
I don't know. And also like maybe this takes 2 months to get used to also. Who the fuck knows? So like I feel like if I can do the surgery, you said the surgery is fucking hell, right?
Yeah, it's pretty bad. But
by the way, this is the point of the show where people are just like, holy crap, this is the saddest podcast ever.
I'm going to remove this from the comedy section. Do you want to do some questions? Maybe
yeah. I don't know. Some questions.
Okay. Lorenzo writes, the email is thebrinkofsanity@gmail.com. Lorenzo writes, this one's for Mark. Now that Jay is a homeowner, what tool do you think should be his new best friend? I think a cordless drill driver is the one to get. You don't need a super expensive one. And besides drilling holes, it's good for tightening, loosening screws of all sorts. Very handy.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. You know, even an electric screwdriver would be super helpful because there's just stuff that comes up all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Jay, do you have any tools?
My 5-year anniversary present from my job was a $40 tool set.
Oh, okay, that's something.
Yeah.
Is it a Bob the Builder tool set? Because your company hates you, so they send you something that's just like it's like useless.
It was actually Stanley. It's got a little bit of everything. It's not bad.
I never got a 5-year anniversary thing for my job, so.
Yeah, my job thought we were worth $8 a year, so it was really cool. Lorenzo writes, hey guys, we haven't read emails in a while. It is the 26th of April. The Knicks are in 4th place, and Jay just bought his own place to live. Name a sentence you could have said in the year 2010 that seems as highly unlikely as the one just mentioned. Congrats on the new place, Jay. This is the best news ever. Thank you, Lorenzo. Appreciate it.
That would be really, if we go back to 2010, and I was just like, well, the Knicks being in 4th place, like all those sentences seem kind of like, I wouldn't have been so surprised by them because like in 2010, like we just got Amari. We didn't know the Knicks would just be terrible for another decade. So at that point, I could have said Knicks are in 4th place. Makes sense. And also, if Jay and I just started doing a show and I was like, Jay's going to buy an apartment in 10 years? Ha, 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 ha. Jay would have been like, fuck you.
Yeah, it's weird. 10 years ago, it seems realistic. 2 years ago, it seemed far-fetched.
Yeah, both these things, actually.
Yeah.
How does it feel to be a homeowner, Jay?
Feels good now, but first mortgage payment's due in 2 weeks, so it might not feel as good then.
Are you gonna soon find out that that the joy, when people say the joys of home ownership is never said in a non-sarcastic manner?
I mean, it's still going to be better than my last place, and I'll probably like it a lot more when I see next year's tax return and all the deductions I get.
You know, honestly, it actually will be a lot better also because like you're in an apartment and less can go wrong. Like having a house, like it's just like you're just like, okay, how am I gonna get fucked next? With the apartment, not as much can go wrong.
Yeah, at least I don't really have to worry about the plumbing, the electricity, and like the foundation. So like,
yeah, I mean, you could have plumbing issues, but they're not going to be that major in an apartment. I guess you could have a leak or something like that. You could have like insects or like mice, but you could have that in the city, whatever. It's not the ton that can go wrong, really.
Yeah.
Like unless your neighbor above you falls into your apartment, I think it's pretty good.
Right. That's it for emails.
Okay. Facebook. Andrew writes, do you guys like the Purge movies and TV show?
I love them all.
I feel like I don't know, did Andrew ask this question? I feel like we've talked about this before. Maybe we talked about it off the show. But you were a big fan of the TV show, right?
Yeah, I liked both seasons of the TV show a lot, and the movies, I thought each one was worse than the last, but I still enjoyed them all to a certain extent.
Okay. Hey Jay, let's do a segment of what are you watching right now?
I just finished Invincible, which was very good.
That's the cartoon on Amazon that's getting pretty good reviews,
Yeah, yeah.
but it's not a comedy.
No, not at all.
What's it about? Give a basic plot line.
It is about a teenager who becomes a superhero for the first time. And there was a group of kind of like the Avengers or the Justice League that were protecting Earth, and they all got killed. And they're trying to figure out like who killed them and why
Oh, okay.
and how.
So this is a top-notch show.
It's really good, yeah. It's the
Okay.
same writer as The Walking Dead.
Oh, I don't know if that was a compliment or not.
Well, the comic is the best comic I ever read.
Oh, same writer as the comic,
Yes.
not the show.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, okay, got it. I am currently watching *Halt and Catch Fire*. It was a show on AMC. It ran 4 seasons. I'm watching it on Netflix. It's about like these people who decide to like compete with like IBM in the personal computer market in the early '80s. It is pretty good characters, pretty good show. I like it so far. Apparently, I just finished the first season. Apparently, the second and third and fourth season all like got a lot of acclaim.
Mm-hmm.
So they're supposed to be a pretty good show. I like it so far.
Okay. I watched
yeah.
season 2 of The Circle. That's my guilty pleasure show.
What's that show again?
It's a bunch of people live in an apartment, but they can only interact through this social media site called The Circle. And you get voted on or off based on your popularity within this, but you can be whoever you want. So, like, you know, there's women posing as men posing as women. You don't know who's who.
You can't see each other.
You have a profile picture, but you don't know if it's their real picture.
Ah, okay. Is it the Skinamax airing the Circle Jerk, the After Hours edition?
It's kind of fun though, because like if somebody gets voted off, they can meet one person face to face. So like they could, if they have suspicions about somebody being fake, they could go check. It's kind of cool.
Okay, so you'd recommend the first season?
Yeah, I liked both seasons. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Andrew writes, as Jay hates Yellow, how many stars does Yellow by Coldplay get on Jay Loves Music?
Ooh, a double negative. Yellow and Coldplay. I actually don't know that song.
You don't know this? How do you not know that song?
I don't know.
I don't know. Not that like it's all that great of a song, but I feel like it's gotten enough airplay that you just happen to hear it.
I'm sure if it came on, I know it. Like I don't know any Coldplay songs by names, but I've probably heard it.
I mean, it's just they say the word yellow 8 million times. It's kind of annoying.
Sounds great.
It's not bad. It's catchy enough. But Jay, you would like it, Jay. You should review it for Jay Loves Music.
Just one song.
Just one song. Oh, what's the difference? Andrew writes,
hey guys,
how does Jay dream of Larry Bird in Knicks uniform?
You know the Knicks.
How often? Sorry.
You know the Knicks could have had him too.
Now let's do share.
They had the 4th pick. Bird didn't get picked till 6th, but the Knicks didn't want to wait a year for him to finish college, so they didn't take him.
The Knicks are geniuses. Did we do these questions from last show? Did we do that? Are you a fan of Sopranos?
No, I don't think we did that.
Okay, Patrick writes from last show. Maybe I guess we didn't do them. Are you a fan of Sopranos?
Yeah, great show.
Yeah, that's one of my all-time favorites. Liam writes, is Jason a crypto millionaire yet? Please update.
No, I'm a thousandaire.
Thousandaire. They don't do a lot of rap songs about being a thousandaire.
No, they don't.
Liam writes, did Jason get a house and does he regret it? And Mark, most expensive housing cost to repair you did not see coming. For me, it was when our basement flooded. Did not see that one coming.
I have an
Jay luckily does not have a basement.
No, I bought an apartment and no regrets.
Okay. Except for the fact that it has fresh air, which you don't seem to like.
Right. Yeah.
What if, Jay, you go to the doctor and the doctor says this fresh air is killing you. You need smog-filled air. You need the black mold. You have to go back to the city.
You need pollution and mold and yeah.
Yeah, Jay. What if the doctor says like if you stay out here longer, it's really going to kill you? And he's not joking. Despite the fact that he's like grinning the whole time, kind of laughing, going, "I'm kind of a fan of the show, and I hate to tell you this," but he's like, "This will really kill you. You have to go back to Queens." Do you do it, Jay?
It was a good run.
Somehow, like, the doctor's like, "I'm gonna have to recommend that you move back to Queens, and I've called your old company, and they're gonna rehire you, half the price, half the pay, and twice the screaming." Liam writes, question, now that New York City wants to reopen and take everyone back to the office, how much anxiety is Jay getting? I guess none, right, Jay? Because you're not going back to the office.
No, but it seems like most companies are going to do like 2 days in the office, 3 days home. So I probably will be doing some commuting.
Why do you? I would have guessed 3 days in or 4 days in. Like, why do you assume it's going to be at least like only 2 days in?
I've been doing a lot of interviews, and that seems to be the trend I'm getting.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. That's good news.
Yeah.
That's a lot easier. Like your commute, like you're in the suburbs, but if you only had to commute twice a week to the city, that really wouldn't be too bad.
Yeah, and my commute isn't too bad from here anyway.
Well, you don't know where your office is going to be. And Jay, I've gotten you a job as far away as possible. You have to walk there, and you have to get a lot of anxiety on the way there. I made this all up now. What if the one requirement for the new job is they make you sell your crypto?
Oh my gosh. I lost thousands and thousands because my last job made me sell my stocks, and I had so many AMDs at like less than $10. I'm so mad.
Advanced micro, whatever. Apparently the stock has gone from $10 since Jay had to sell it to $70. Jay would have made this would have been a true killing for Jay, and his company said, how can we make Jay's life worse? And then it'd be great afterwards, Jay. You start telling your boss about how like it just sucked you had to do this. Your boss was like, "Oh, we weren't even serious about that."
My boss
you didn't really have to sell. Sorry, man. We just say that.
My boss actually laughed and said I didn't have to sell mine.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So I have a question. Like I know you said they make you sell it. How do they check?
They ask for your information. I don't know how they. Yeah, they ask for it.
Did you not sell? And they were like, Jay, we know you haven't sold yet.
One of my coworkers did that. Yeah, they're like, yeah, you have to sell. You didn't sell it. We told you to sell.
That's really weird that your company could be like know about like your private investment account.
I know, it's weird.
They're like, yeah, we called Robinhood. They just told us your information. Like, sorry, Jay.
Yeah.
Also, we find you go to the bathroom too often. Well, like, I'm allowed to go to the bathroom at work. I'm talking about at home. You're going to the bathroom too often at home, Jay. We monitor everything, Jay.
Did you go to the rest of the questions?
That is the rest of the questions, Jay.
No, there was questions on J Love's music.
Oh, we have questions on J Love's music?
Yeah, you posted on there and people.
I gotta go there. Sorry. I love to basically troll Jay's.
I think we got more questions on there than we did on the actual Brink page.
Jay. So when I post on Brink, it says, "Do you want to share on Jay Love's music?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I wouldn't mind fucking with Jay. Sounds good to me." Patrick writes, "Favorite black and white films."
I mean, I like a lot of the 30s stuff. Laurel and Hardy.
No, Jay, I think you're misunderstanding. He means favorite films with black people and favorite films with white people.
Yeah, like Marx Brothers, Animal Crackers, Duck Soup, The Pawn Shop by Charlie Chaplin gets me every time.
Really? I've never seen any. I know they're supposed to be classic, but I've never seen any of them. So do you think the comedy holds up?
Definitely. Yeah, The Pawn Shop is hilarious.
Is a silent movie?
That one's a silent one, yeah. The Marx Brothers aren't. but the Charlie Chaplin one is.
I'm surprised, like you're saying the pawn shop, and I haven't seen it, and I believe you, but I'm surprised like a silent movie would be like all that funny, especially in the 30s.
The physical humor is just so funny, and yeah, this is like a scene where he works at the pawn shop and the guy brings in a watch and he like looks at it and he takes it apart. He takes every single piece apart and he like smashes it with a hammer and then he's like no and he hands it back. He just hands the guy like a pile of pieces and the guy like flips out and then they get into a fist fight. And, like it's so funny.
Okay, that does sound pretty funny actually.
Marx Brothers have a lot of great stuff and I like Laurel and Hardy and some.
I was going to go with Doctor Strangelove.
If you want to go more modern, Young Frankenstein.
Okay, yeah. Is Young Frankenstein in black and white?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess it is.
It's
You've seen Doctor Strangelove, right?
Yeah.
You'd like that one or no?
No, that's good. It's good.
Yeah.
It's just weird that there was so much good comedy in the 30s and then it got so bad in the 50s. Maybe the war.
Yeah, maybe the 1940s. Something about the 40s took a lot of comedy away from people.
Yeah.
You know, it'd be funny. I'm just saying. Let's see. The 30s, we still had Jews. You got rid of the Jews, less comedy. Just saying.
I think you might be onto something.
What else was anything recent with black and white? I feel like there's some movie that was recently in black and white, more modern.
Sin City.
Oh yeah, that was black and white. Yeah, nothing else comes to my mind. Comes to mind. I like all those. Oh, you know what I used to like a lot was the Abbott and Costello movies.
Yeah, those don't hold up.
You don't think so?
No.
Okay. I remember watching them as a kid. And I thought they were really funny, but I haven't. I tried showing them to my kids, and they just had no interest.
Mm-hmm.
But they also seem to have no interest in anything that looks old. Also.
Yeah, I used to watch like Charlie Chan, which is like the murder mystery movies. Three Stooges.
The one thing that did hold, or like my son found funny, was the Who's on First.
Mm-hmm.
That he found pretty funny.
Yeah.
Nick writes, favorite video game moment for Jay and favorite sports moment for Mark. I'll answer the video game moment also, but Jay, you go first.
Favorite video game moment is probably, I had this roommate that had kind of a weird obsession with me, and we would always play Smash Brothers, and he kept picking the same character as me. And I kept switching characters, and then he would switch to that character. And it was like, it was annoying because we each picked a character and, we went with it. So basically we had a challenge. The loser would never play that character again. So we had like Final Destination, no items, stock 5, and I kicked his ass in front of a group of people, and he was banned from playing that character. It was pretty fun.
No. Okay. I don't have an actual moment as much as like just two things in video games that I really. There was a baseball game that was for, I think it's for Super Nintendo, that was called it was some kind of generic name like baseball. It wasn't Baseball Stars, but whatever it was, I figured out, like, it was a pretty fun game at the time, and I figured out this one pitch combination which was unhittable, and so it was just like no hitter after no hitter.
Mm-hmm.
I used to love to play the game because I figured out this one pitch with this one team where I could just pitch a no hitter after no hitter after no hitter. It was like a glitch in the game. So that I liked. And then was it Super Mario 2 that had the like the casino thing at the end of like where you get extra lives? Like they had the slot machine type thing where you have like you like press the buttons at the same time to like you win extra lives. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember if that was 2 or 3.
I think it was 2. And that was one of the few things I got. Somehow I got really good at that. And I basically got the max number of lives you could get, where like it wouldn't give me any more lives. It was something like 250 lives, whatever it was. And I was like, oh, this is awesome.
Nice.
Okay, Jay, and so what's your favorite sports moment?
I got really good at NBA Live 95, and I had the entire Bulls starting lineup in the top 5 in like every category. Just points, steals, blocks, rebounds.
So you merged the sports and the video thing together.
I did.
Nice. I would say, I mean, the Mets winning the World Series in '86 was pretty cool, though I barely remember because I was 7 years old. I have to say, going to see the Mets win the World Series in 2015, going to see that live. I went to the game, like that was pretty goddamn amazing. That was awesome. As far as like football, the Jets have been pretty goddamn mediocre. But I remember we all got together to see the Jets play. We had friends who were Colts fans, and we all got to went to a bar to go see them play the Colts in the playoffs. Like, we didn't think the Jets would beat them. Just had a huge victory with Mark Sanchez. That was pretty cool. For the Knicks,
Well,
not a lot of good Knicks moments recently. 90s were cool. I know. What's your favorite Knick moment?
favorite Nick moment, probably one of the '90s where they beat the Heat or the Pacers.
Yeah.
Sports moment, it was probably the Giants beating the Patriots the second time.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Um,
I wish I could say I had a good moment from the last 20 years with the Knicks that I could really point to.
I know.
It's nice to be able to point to like the same thing with like the Mets when they were like the 90s. I guess I was in high school, but it's still like a while ago.
Also, the first hockey game I ever went to, it was like everything happened. There was a melee, there was a goalie on goalie fight, there was a slap shot that broke the glass, there was fans getting kicked out of the stadium. Like it was just chaos. It was awesome.
I remember actually going to a baseball game when I was a kid. We were in Boston. We went to a game at Fenway Park, and they had like that thing like this was like in the maybe late '80s even. Where there's a thing where a woman would run out the field. They call it like the kissing bandit, and she'd run on the field and try to kiss a player, and then I guess you'd get arrested for it. And I was at the game. I think the Red Sox were playing the Athletics, and I remember like at the game, the kissing bandit ran like someone ran to the field to like to kiss one of the players. And for whatever reason, I thought that was like the coolest. I was like, "Holy shit, we saw the kissing bandit!"
For baseball, I went to a game with our mutual friend Randy, and she got hit in the head with a ball, and it ended up on TV. And it was
anyway,
funny.
I mean, she had a concussion, and like she can't actually talk. She can't see out of her left eye anymore. But like, man, it's hilarious. I thought you were gonna say for baseball, you know, the when they had one of those strikes when there's no baseball, it was my favorite moment.
I was a Yankees fan until I went to college, and I kind of lost interest. And then they won like 7 out of the next 8 years. It was like
I was gonna say, how do you lose interest with this before the Yankees like dominated the next 20 years?
I got sick of baseball, and then they got good.
I mean, they got good in like '97.
Yeah, I went
Was
to
that the
college.
first year they were good?
Yeah, I went to college in '96. I probably stopped watching around '92 because that's when I started really just watching basketball the whole time.
I mean, you really give them two. I mean, whatever, but it's like you're like, they'll never be good. It's not like they're going to pull off a crazy, insane run from here.
It wasn't even that I stopped watching because I thought they weren't going to be good. It was that baseball just stopped doing it for me.
Baseball is boring. I mean, I love baseball, but it is a very boring sport.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much stop it. Like it's like, I'm going to throw a pitch. Okay, I'll throw a pitch again in a couple minutes. Oh, you want to step out of the batter's box? We'll eventually get to the next pitch. Okay, I threw a pitch. Okay, I'll throw another pitch eventually. Like, it's just like a slow sport.
And it's even slower now because back when I watched, there was like 2 pitchers a game. Now there's like 5 or 6, so it's like even worse.
Well, you know, the average, like, it's not like you're imagining it's slower or like because of more pitch. Like, the games used to be 2.5 hours when we were kids.
Mm-hmm.
The games now are like 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
They're almost, I think there's something like 45 minutes longer than they were when we were kids. It's just like, it's the same 9-inning game. How the fuck is it 45 minutes longer?
It's a huge commitment of time.
Yeah. It's a really like, I think they were saying, like, when they were trying to figure out why, they say the pitches take longer. Guys take longer between pitches, and that just like every guy takes an extra like 15 seconds between a pitch. and that adds up so much over the course of the game.
Mm-hmm.
It's not even like this changing pitchers. It's just like the guy's like, you should have 12, 15 seconds to pitch. You get in the batter's box. There's no stepping out of the batter's box. You're up the hit. That's it.
Yeah.
I don't know. It'd be weird if like basketball, you're like, why? Like basketball, it's not an hour longer than we were kids. It's the same basic length.
Yeah. It's actually maybe even a few minutes shorter now.
You think so?
Yeah. It's about 2 hours and 15 minutes now. I think it was close to 2.5 then.
Yeah. I mean, I still think it's too long with all the end of game fouling. I feel like all the stoppages kind of annoy me also with like when they have to review a play. That drives me a little crazy.
Yeah, they got to stop that.
Yeah. So Jay, what did we learn today?
We learned that I am allergic to fresh air.
Good for you, Jay. It's nice you can find a new thing that you're allergic to. Every week you should find something new that everyone else can enjoy that might be killing you inside.
I think every week you should get something that you made fun of me and Bri for.
Like the allergy of fresh air.
Yeah. Maybe next week you could start studying for your CPA.
Yeah, I could. Yeah. What would be like suddenly I had like my bosses we were bought by Jay's old company. I have to work there. Every day Jay's old boss just like reams me. I'm like, I don't even work in billing. How does this happen?
All right. Thank you everybody for listening. And
you want to make the announcement about the network thing or the
yeah, I'm probably going to switch hosts, and I think with the new host for the podcast, it's only going to have the latest 100 episodes. So try, and if you want to listen to the first 260 episodes, download them, listen to them now, because by the end of the month, they might not be up anymore. I'm going to put them...
So between now and the end of the month, listen to the next 200. Quit your job, listen to the next 200.
Well, I mean, you could download them and listen to them later. But I'm going to try and put them all up on Patreon. You'll be able to get 250 episodes for like $1 or something.
Yeah, so if you subscribe to us on Patreon for $1, you'll have... So online for free, it'll be the last 100 episodes of the show, which for most people will be enough.
Mm-hmm.
If you are a true super fan and you really want the access to the first 250 episodes, pay $1 on Patreon. You'll get access to those 250 episodes. And if you really don't want to, if you don't want to pay $1, email us and we'll figure out a way to get you the episodes anyway.
Yeah, I'm not doing it to try and squeeze money out of people. It's just I'm paying hosting fees, and there's sites now that don't charge hosting fees. So there's no point.
Basically, Jay can get a better deal, and it's a much better deal for the show. Also, everything contributed to the show for Patreon, or if we have everything contributed, everything goes towards the show. As you can probably tell, Jay and I we don't make much. Do we make any money off the show, Jay?
No, I mean, the Patreons, we do have a Patreon for this show, but it doesn't even cover the hosting fees.
Okay, yeah. But basically between this and the next show, anything we make just goes towards the show. There are little features we add, not many that you can find, but little things we add that cost money, and this way it covers the cost of the show. And if anything happens with equipment, we can buy more. It's helpful, basically, and we don't. But generally, it'll make it a lot easier for us if we could have the new hosting service that charges us less, basically.
Yeah, if you do want to support the show, it's patreon.com/thebrinkofsanity.
Or you can also just send us an email, tell us you like the show. That'd be supporting us as well. If you don't want to pay money, it's totally fine with us as well.
Yeah, we're not,
Also, if maybe you know a cure for fresh air, and you can help save Jay, let us know. He's suffering from fresh air, and we're hoping that maybe we can find a cure for this.
Yeah. So, thank you to everybody who has been supporting the show. Really appreciate that. And I guess that's it, right? We'll be back.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. I think we've been on for an hour, right? Or an hour and a half? Or how long has it been?
Long enough. Long enough.
Long enough. It's good enough.
Yeah.
We will be also, we have not been doing that many brinks lately, but as soon as we'll probably do a little more Knicks, but when the Knicks season ends, we'll do a lot more brink in the offseason.
Also, we're doing all the shows live, so you can chat with us while we're doing the shows live. Go to twitch.tv/crumpledbacon. That's crumpled with a P. And
we'll do some video game streams as well, right?
Yeah, we're doing some video game streams. We'll do some more brink. Hit the subscribe, hit the follow button, and you get a notification when we go live, and then you can chat with us live. And also a free way to help support the show. If you have Amazon Prime, you could link to your Twitch account, and then you could subscribe for free, and that helps support the show. You get one free subscription a month with Amazon Prime for Twitch.
Also, Jay has a limited number of Brink t-shirts left.
Like 2.
How many you have left, Jay?
I think 2.
Okay, so limited edition. And people know things they say, like, if there's scarcity, if it's limited edition, it may end up being worth a lot of money.
Yeah, so
just think this is the next Brink t-shirts are the next crypto.
brinkofsanityshow.com if you want one of the last 2 shirts.
Yes.
All right, so that's it. Thank you, everybody, for listening, and we will be back soon. Oh, yeah, the goodbye song, right? We got to play that.
Bye, bye, love. Goodbye, everybody. It's all over. Goodbye, it's time to go. This is the end. Say goodbye.